Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Max and welcome to today's airsofting video. So what I will be talking about today is just how worth it is it to get a grenade launcher attachment on either your GBB or AEG, AK-47 slash any of the M4 platforms. So I'll just hit you guys with the pros and cons and we'll just get right into it. So first off, just to share what I do have in front of me here today is starting with the actual rifle itself. It is the AKG-74M by KWA. This is the GBB edition of their AK-74 lineups. This one is going to be the one that does come with the foldable stock, pretty much full metal everything basically except the polymer magazine, which does have quite a few has quite a bit of heft to it in general. And then for the grenade launcher attachment itself, this is going to be the Lancer Tactical Grenade Launcher specifically for the AK-47/74 platform. Again, this typically won't fit the smaller AK-74Us, more so just for the larger AKs. But anyway, the point of the video today is I'm just mainly showcasing the practicality of the grenade launcher attachments for any rifle that may come with such an ability. Again, if typically you'll see this on assault rifles with grenade launchers. There is also ways of doing like a shotgun for your attachment piece. I've seen some custom additions as well to that, which I might actually build in the future, so definitely stay tuned for something like that to come down the pipeline. But anyway, this is more so to my eyes at least kind of like a novelty or for show type thing, because I mean, unless you have first off a ton of these shells that come included, let me take it out real quick. Unless you have a ton of these things to kind of keep shooting every time, then I mean, probably the grenade launcher is your bestest friend. But for those of you that typically rock maybe one or two of these, it can become a little bit of a problem and a little tedious to kind of work with when you are on the field trying to actually use this thing with your primary. So with this one that I have for Lancer Tactical, holds about 36 or so BBs, so 6 in each chamber there. And then you would fill it with green gas in the tip of the nozzle, or the tip of the shell. So again, nothing too crazy, pretty straightforward with refill. You just take your gas canister, plug it in to the shell, and charge it basically like you would a gas magazine that handles propane/green gas. So it's very cool and very intimidating, especially the AK model that I have here. It's got very just an aggressive and mean look to it. You can see that, okay, it has another trigger basically to function and fire this grenade launcher. There is some kind of negative aspects to this. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's awesome, it's cool. I love it just mainly for show. I haven't actually taken this to any airsofting games as of right about now, so that might change, don't know. Right now there is a bit of a compatibility issue with this where it doesn't quite stay on this AK. It kind of tends to slide off easily. It does actually have a button on here, right there. So this right here, that kind of helps keep it locked in place, but it doesn't always work and it ends up sliding off. So you just have to really make sure with the GBB models, it's not always going to be the most perfect fit. It will fit, but you may need to put maybe like a small layer of like electrical tape on like the rails here so it doesn't slide off, while you're actually playing with this in the field. So it is quite heavy. The gun by itself is right around that maybe 5-6 pound range, and then with this, it's basically just a hunk of metal, hunk of steel, or whatever material was used for this. So it is quite heavy. It definitely adds another 4 to 5 pounds to the gun itself. KWA typically are pretty lightweight with their construction guns, but when you add this monster, it's basically putting like another AK on the front here. So the gun overall weighs probably closer to the 12-13 pound range with this thing on. So again, it adds a really impressive amount of realism, and even for the weight and feel of it, it definitely just is I mean, it's awesome. I can't even say anything really negative about the appearance of it. I mean, the more so the downside of it is just the weight and the ability to only mainly charge one canister, and you'd really have to take the time to reload it and charge it up. That is, unless you have a lot of these shells to work with, then it's going to be a lot easier for you. I'm not quite sure what the cost of the shells are. The whole assembly itself I purchased for $100 in Airsoft GI a few years back, so I can't really imagine the price really changing much on this, but again, more so just for show, in my honest opinion. This pretty much will look quite similar to, I guess one gun I can compare it to, I think, is like the M16 version, or like the Scarface version that you see. If you remember in the movie, Tony Montana basically had an M16 decked out with just this monster, badass grenade launcher. They do have that type of a model out there as well. Personally, I've never held one or anything like that, so I wouldn't know size comparison when I have it on an AK here, but I can probably bet that it's going to be closer to the same amount, same weight, and everything. The fact that I also love is both of these are gas. To me, an AEG AK and a gas grenade launcher, I don't know, it just doesn't quite click with me. I feel as though I would need to have as much realism as possible, so that's why I had to slap it on my GBB KWA AK-74, and then of course this is already green gas, so it's like you're ready to go. Again, just adds to that intimidation factor, and just it's overall amazing. I personally would recommend it for those of you that typically just play for fun, nothing too crazy, no serious events or anything like that. But I mean, if you're hardcore into it, I mean, it really depends too on if you have a ton of these too. It really depends on your preference, but I would definitely recommend it. It's got negatives to it, positives, negatives, just like everything has. But this one, for me, I feel as though it's probably more on the positive side of things, but it's really depending on you as a player and how you feel about lugging this around and your functionality of it. Do you like to always use the grenade launcher, or do you like it there just for show? Personally, for me, I like it more as a decoration piece. Again, I don't really, just from my own opinion, don't see myself really using this on the field anytime soon. If anything, I'll probably use it just for fun or whatever, that sort of thing. But anyway, it's kind of just my, I guess my video about my thoughts on having a grenade launcher attachment on either your M4, M16, or AK 47/74. Again, it's something to your liking more than anything. I bought this more just because I always thought it was one of the most badass things ever to have a grenade launcher attached to an assault rifle. Can't beat that, can't go wrong. But I think I'll close this video for today. Just again, something short, sweet, to the point, nothing too crazy. If you guys do want to see more videos of this badass combo, definitely let me know. I can definitely make more videos because there's always a lot that can happen with these two and their monster combination. If you guys do like my airsoft videos, you are existing viewers, check out my other videos. I have a ton of stuff. Same for those of you that are new coming into this video and kind of getting a glimpse at my channel. Welcome. I do a ton of airsoft related content, anything from reviews, shooting demos, unboxing, and the whole 9 yards. You'll find it on my channel, either on a playlist or just a video hanging around. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. You have an awesome day. Boom.